Welcome, everybody. Might just give it a few seconds until everyone comes in before we get going. Wonderful to have you here this evening, and welcome to the HealthPointe Explained. For those of you who I have not met before, my name's Katrina Boyle, and I have the pleasure of being able to present the HealthPointe Explained to you this evening. So let's get into it. So I'm very, very passionate about HealthPointe, and you will hopefully see why as I present these slides to you this evening. I've been operating in I've been coaching in the HealthPointe environment for over 8 years, and I've seen thousands of lives be transformed as a result of this program. So let's get into things. I think this is one of the first things that, really shocked me when I saw this, when I came into this environment, is the number of people who are actually overweight. So 74% of US adults are actually overweight, and 71%, US adults actually rated their overall health and wellness as good or excellent. It's like, oh my goodness, how does that happen if they're overweight? So there's a real misunderstanding, and unfortunately, what's happened is that even though people are trying diets and so forth, 80% of dieters actually regain all of what they've lost and sometimes more within 18 months of going on a regular diet. So we understand, though, there's real reason why diets actually fail. Sometimes it's due to biology or metabolism. We often see people have got this metabolic adaptation where their body is restricting or fighting against them actually being able to lose weight. Psychology, sometimes this concept of dieting feels like I've got all or nothing. It's like, if it doesn't work for me, then that's it. I'm going to give up. As well as that, often the environment is not supportive. I was sharing with someone earlier today that when I first came into this environment, I actually worked in an alcohol company, and so it wasn't really like my environment was counterproductive to my actual goals that I was looking to achieve. So often that's what happens for people, is their environment actually lacks the support. They lack the support from the environment they're in. So I guess, why is HealthPointe different? Well, HealthPointe is a science-based program. We eat real food. It's about balanced nutrition. It's very simple, so it makes it more sustainable. You get coaching and support, so your environment is very encouraging. And actually what we do is we actually help your body speed your metabolism up so that it burns the stored fats. And it's a very gentle lifestyle change versus, some kind of radical diet. It's all about building habits and things for the long term versus anything extreme that, we have to stick to or adhere to, in a really hard way for the short term. So there's some essentials of our program that actually make it really work effectively. There's 4 of them, and we're going to take you through them this evening. So snacking, moving, supplementing, and thinking. And this is actually the kind of the recipe that makes the program really unique. So let's talk through each of the program essentials. Just so you know, tonight I'm going to talk for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then I'm actually going to ask some people to share their testimony with you. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the theory and the information, and then they're going to give you the inspiration and the stories. So let's get into the 4 program essentials. Snacking is designed to minimize cravings and hunger. We actually get you to snack every 60 minutes to 2 hours so that you don't actually get to a situation where you're craving certain foods. It also gives you the ability to stabilize your sugar levels, and it actually enables more effective fat loss. A lot of people get worried that they're going to lose muscle mass on the program, but because of the fact that we're snacking regularly, we're maintaining sugar levels, we're eating a balanced diet, it actually stops your body, ensures the body is actually using its fat stores to fuel itself. And actually what happens, you end up feeling really a lot better. Your mood, your focus, your emotions are all more regulated because of the fact that your blood sugar is regulated as well. The other essential in the program is movement. We want to create a sustainable movement habit. When I first came into this environment, I was, trying to get to the gym and I was working out, and sometimes my body was having to move into places that it just couldn't really go. And so I'd end up with injuries, or, I'd try and do things at a certain time of the day and I was too tired. So it just wasn't sustainable. So we just want you to get into a habit of moving your body. And we do that through walking. So we walk 10 to 15,000 steps a day. Ideally, we want you to walk 5,000 steps before breakfast to really get your metabolism firing first thing in the morning. And once again, we just want you to start wherever you are. Like if you can't do 5,000 steps before breakfast, well, that's okay. Do 500, do 5 minutes. But where can you be? And that's where your coach will really help you, is where can you start from so that you can just move up from there. But definitely things like having a daily walking or daily movement habit is going to help you with good heart health, good brain health, good mood, and obviously prevention of any kind of long-term lifestyle disease. So we take supplements as part of our program, and the reason we do that is it doesn't matter how good your diet is. Unfortunately, the way that our soils are harvested, our foods are processed, even things like a longer supply chain, a lot of our foods have less nutrition in them than they did decades ago. And so we need to fill the nutritional gaps. Also, we take supplements so we can preserve your muscle mass and really promote healthy weight loss. And the supplements just also help just from an energy level, immunity, making sure you don't get sick or tired, because all of those are reasons why you're going to drop off the program. We use incredible supplements. We use the Neutralite supplements. These supplements are NSF certified. It means that the quality is impeccable. But there's some key nutrients that your body needs for everyday nutrition, and it's filled in these supplements. Your coach will talk to you about the right pack, the right startup pack of supplements that are right for you. But there's going to be some nutrients in these packs that are going to fill these voids. Vitamins and minerals, plant food, protein, omega, all within your starter pack, so you can fill the voids in your diet, those nutritional gaps. Now, this is actually my favourite part of the program, and that is the thinking part. Interestingly, my background is I'm an accredited coach, and my accreditation is in brain-based coaching. And so this was the thing that really grabbed me into the program, because I had tried lots of diets, changed my food, changed my movement, but up here, my brain hadn't changed. And what I learned in brain-based coaching is about neuroplasticity, which is just a big word for meaning that, the brain is not fixed. It's actually malleable. You can create new neural pathways, and that's what we do through this. We change your thinking so that you can change your results. Every day you will be given some daily media to listen to. As well as that, in the thinking, you'll have daily accountability and coaching, daily accountability and encouragement from a coach. You'll get amazing support from this community. You can see online tonight, there's lots of people here, and they're here because they love being immersed in this environment and this community. Not only will you get encouragement and support, but you're going to learn things. We provide you things like the daily media and events, so that gradually throughout your time on the program, we're equipping you with information, success principles, understanding, so that you can be empowered to make a permanent change to your lifestyle. And that, you really can create a new identity, a new paradigm about your thinking. And that's what actually brain neuroplasticity is all about, is actually the more you use your brain and the more you feed your brain good success principles, good information about health, the more you will be able to change your paradigm. So there are some phases on the program that make it work really well from a science perspective. I'll talk a little bit about these now. First of all, the preparation days. These are designed to set you up for success. We actually, in the preparation days, we're really wanting to make sure that you take the time to prepare yourself, so then you can really be so successful in the program. In the protein days, this is really about jump starting your metabolism. So days days 1 to 3 are what we call our protein days, and we focus on jump-starting our metabolism. And then we move on to the weight loss days. And in the weight loss days, this is days 4 to 28. What you're doing here is, interestingly, we're not a low carb program, we're what's called a moderate carb program. And what we're doing here is we're moderating the carbs in your diet so that you can burn your fat stores. Okay, so your body is definitely in fat burning mode during this phase. We're not going to talk a lot about this evening, but there are 2 other phases to the program. One is the add more food phase. So we use this to provide a metabolic shift, a metabolic adjustment, to kind of trick your body into thinking it's not in weight loss so that it loses more weight. And basically, the program is laid out in a 6-week cycle, so 42 days, and you go through these days: protein days, weight loss days, add more food. When you get to the end of the 42 days, if you have achieved your goal, you go on to long-term maintenance. In long-term maintenance, we're then wanting to show you how to maintain your weight, because often people find it just as hard to maintain as what they do to lose the weight. You heard at the start how many people actually put their weight back on, and often with interest after doing a program. And so it's important to go through the maintenance phase to be able to maintain. If you have not achieved your goal, which most people haven't just after 42 days, we just keep repeating it. Just keep going around and around those 6 weeks, 42-day cycle until you get to your goal. So let's talk about what does weight loss actually look like. When you're in on the weight loss days, you're actually eating a lot. You're actually having breakfast, lunch and dinner. This is not like a normal diet where it's restrictive. In fact, most people say, wow, there's a lot of food on this program, but you're eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. For breakfast, you're choosing, so we have a food list that we provide you. And what we're doing is we're teaching you what to eat, how much to eat and when to eat, so that your body is fueled up efficiently to feel great, but also at the same time to simultaneously burn fat. So for breakfast, we ask you to eat 1 grain or fruit with a protein, and then we get you to snack in between. Again, you're snacking every 60 minutes to 2 hours up to lunch. And then at lunchtime, you're having 2 handfuls of salad leaves, 1 vegetable serve, 1 fruit serve, and 1 protein serve. And all of those servings are listed on our food list, not just what it is, but how much to have as well. You'll then snack every 60 minutes to 2 hours up until dinner. And the same again, dinner is the same as lunch. You know, two cups of salad leaves, a vegetable serve, a fruit serve, and a protein. And then you can snack after dinner as well. Quite different to what my parents taught me when I was young. But this program is a little bit counterintuitive, but it works. That is for sure. So this is one of the reasons why, like one of the advantages to the program, and that is the maintenance of blood sugar levels. So we use food in the program to fuel ourselves, but we actually choose the right foods in the right proportions so that we're fueling ourselves and maintaining our blood sugars. And so you'll see on the previous slide, I mentioned to you that we have, you know, a meal is made up of a protein, a vegetable, lettuce, and fruit. And this chart here shows you how the food is metabolized, the sugars are metabolized in your body. And so you can see that protein actually, it's actually complex for the body to break down. So the energy and the fuel from the protein is going to last longer. And that's the reason why we get you to snack on it as well. Okay, but we also want to eat these foods together. We don't want you to snack on fruits, because otherwise you're going to get that little burst of energy and then you're going to feel hungry really quickly. So we get you to snack on protein, and then things like fruits and vegetables, whilst they're healthy, we only want you to have them at meal times. This is a chart that shows a little bit to the contrary of what you just saw, and that is, you can see on here that, you know, potentially what's happened to you in the past is you've looked for carbohydrates. You know, we often see people kind of snacking on crackers, or snacking on fruit, or snacking on high carb, you know, crisps and things like that. So they're giving you this instant boost of energy, but then you get this massive drop, and then all you do is you could crave it again. Okay, and that's why we get you to snack on protein, so it stays in your body longer, the fuel stays in your body longer for you to be more sustained. So we have set out some success principles on our program that we have found really set you up for success. First of all, we say, agree to the program essentials, okay? Those 4 program essentials, snacking, moving, supplementing, and thinking, agree to those because they work. Don't just agree to 1 or 2 of them, agree to all 4 because they're a recipe. At the start, when you start the program, we actually, your coach will meet with you and they're going to set some goals with you and understand why do you really want to do this. They're going to help you understand where you're starting from. So what are your starting points? We'll do some measures and get some photos so that we can see where you're starting at. And then on a daily basis, you're going to be accountable. You'll have a template to check in with, a journal, and this process of self-reflection, so writing down what you're eating, helps the coach to empower you and equip you to learn about food and what food works really well for your body and what doesn't. The template gives you a really great self-reflection because you're writing things down and thinking, what did I learn from that audio? What did I notice about that day? So the accountability process is giving you an opportunity to self-reflect. We obviously want you to work on your thinking. We talked about this as a program essential. Listening to the daily media, coming to events, being involved in the community. That is all going to help you be successful on the program. And look, we want you to do this program and we want to help you lose weight, but we want to make sure you commit to being a long-term maintainer. We do not want you to be one of those statistics that lose the weight and then put it all back on again with interest. So there's this program is incredible what is included in it. It really is. You get personalized coaching. Every day you're going to get coaching, encouragement from your coach and your team. You will have accountability and a review with them on a regular basis. And you'll have a personalized coaching team that's just for you. And then there's this group of cheerleaders that cheer you on. You get access to our HealthPointe app so you can track your journal and listen to your daily media. The supplements that we provide you, whilst we have a standard pack, your coach will tailor that pack to you. Access to all of our community events. We've got a private Facebook messenger group that you'll get access to information and inspiration, and of course all of our daily media. So look, these are just some of the reasons to summarise why HealthPointe is very unique. One is it's science-based, okay? So it's a moderate carb program. It's real food. There's no shakes or potions. It's real food. You'll never go hungry. It's an easy to maintain movement habit that we help you with. The supplementation is far superior to anything else that you could have. I've got someone unmuted there. I don't know if someone can help me mute them out. I can't seem to mute them. Let's see what I can do here before we move forward. Got a bit of background noise. Oh, thank you, whoever did that. You're a treasure. Can you still see my screen okay? Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. I love it. Okay. So the other thing that makes this unique is the sustainable results, okay? And that is through chemical change. It's through changing what goes on up here. The team support and accountability. The encouragement is beyond. It really is. And of course, this is a long-term lifestyle change, not a quick fix. Definitely not our intention. So that is enough from me. I really want you to hear from some people who've had who have had and are having this lifestyle change. I've asked a couple of people to share a bit of a testimony for me. So if they wouldn't mind popping their hands up, I would love to bring them in. I'm going to stop my share so we can see your beautiful faces rather than just see that screen. Now I can see the first person that I asked is Holly. So Holly, I'd love to hear from you today. And then we're going to go to Tracy. Yep. How are you, Holly?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. First of all, tell everyone, how did you come on board the program?
My sister was actually on the program. She's in New Zealand. I'm in the United States right now, and she was doing it, and it was working for her, and I just thought, I will have what she's having, thank you.
Oh, don't blame you. She's done beautifully, Verity. And so, Holly, tell us a little bit about what was life like before the program?
I had tried different things. I didn't understand how metabolism really worked. I was never losing weight. I was constantly slowly gaining it over the years, and it was pretty depressing, really. So that was before the program.
Well, tell us about now. First of all, tell everyone, how much weight have you lost?
Today I'm up to 24.4, I think, pounds lost.
24.4 pounds lost.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about some of the non-scale victories? Because the weight is fabulous and we're so proud of you. We are equally and probably more so proud of you for how you're feeling. So tell us about some of your non-scale victories.
I'm learning how to be in control of myself. That is a non-scale victory. I'm also learning more self-confidence. I didn't realize I was so not confident in myself and my ability to make choices for myself. So here I am, and I'm nearing the end of week 4 of my second cycle. And I'm just in awe that I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it.
You sure are. And I mean, you've had your fair share of setbacks over that time. It certainly hasn't been smooth sailing. What made you keep going?
The fact that it works, but more than that, the encouragement from you, Katrina, and from Karina, and from my sister and the other people in the group. I remember at the end of the first 6 weeks, I said I wasn't taking any credit, which I should have been, which is the lack of self-confidence. But I was saying, oh, you guys did it. You guys did it because you did so much, but I did it. But that kept me going is because you guys kept me going. You helped keep me going. The encouragement and the support was probably 90% of it. But maybe I need to take more credit. But
I think so. You've done beautifully. We're so proud of you, Holly. Keep up the great work. And you are doing it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to go over to Tracy now. Tracy is actually on Holly's HealthPointe team, but she's also had her own health transformation. Hello, Tracy.
Hello, how are you?
Great, thanks. Tracy is in Colorado. It looks pretty dark there, but it looks like a very clear sky. So, Tracy, why don't you tell us a little bit about what was life like for you before you started the program?
I thought it was pretty good until after I did the program. I thought I was healthy, and but there was just that little bit that I was like, oh, why can't I lose that 10 pounds? Why can't I lose that 20, 30 pounds? Kind of thing. My clothes aren't fitting as well as they used to. That kind of thing. And and it just, I don't know, I just didn't feel I didn't realize how bad I was feeling, I guess, until after this program.
And tell everyone, how much weight have you lost, Tracy, all up?
30 pounds. So that's exciting.
It's very exciting. Congratulations. And what about your non-scale victories? Tell us about, you didn't realize how bad you were feeling before until you're feeling so good. So tell us about, what's changed.
Yeah, I think, of course, my clothes fitting better and just generally feeling better, just knowing more about food and my body, just how food reacts, to, what it's doing inside of us. I'm like, wow, how do we not get educated on this? How do we not realize just how bad sugar is? And, maybe we think we're doing okay with the carbs, but, they make me feel so cranky. I'm like, how did I not realize that before?
Oh, yes. Well, there's a great example of the thinking part of the program that Tracy is really, educated and equipped herself. Tracy, you are a beautiful encourager. You're an encourager to Holly. You're an encourager to other people.
Holly.
What do you love about encouragement, the encouragement that exists in this community?
It's just so fun. It's just, seeing Holly and how fast she's come. For example, just, her seeing her confidence grow, seeing her learn, and it just keeps you on track as well. I might be like, oh, I'm just like plodding along. And then you get on someone's, to encourage them. And you're like, oh, yeah, this is really exciting. This is good. Now, I remember, so it just really, really helps to keep you on track as well. And it's just so nice seeing people grow and flourish, and it takes you back to your journey when you were at that stage. It's priceless. It's awesome.
It sure is priceless. Well, congratulations to both Tracy and Holly. You've both had wonderful health transformations. Now, we've probably got time for one more. I can see Valina looking at me, and she's looking stunning. Valina was one of the first people that I coached in America on the program. So, Valina, tell us about you. What was going on for you before you started?
Hi, Katrina. So happy to see you. And hi, everyone. So what made me start is I needed a change, and the leading one for me was the first when I started was the weight. I didn't know that this is going to be like the least significant achievement I will have on the program. Everything else that happened to me and the transformation that happened to me, similar to what Holly was saying with the confidence and, other things, I think the weight is kind of the smallest achievement from all, but this is what made me start. I'm forever thankful, and I keep saying that March 17, now it's going to be my second birthday. Because I think I'm a new person after I started HealthPointe.
Yeah, you sure are, Valina. We're so proud of you, what you've achieved. It's just been absolutely fantastic. Tell everyone how much weight you lost.
So I lost 34 pounds, and I started and put a goal of 20 pounds, thinking this is like mission impossible. But, I heard people putting like 10, 20 pounds on their goal, and I'm like, I'll just give it a try. Sure enough, 20 pounds were gone in like less than 2 cycles. And at my review, I decided to set another goal, which was 10 more pounds. And by the end of that third cycle, it was total of 34. And I've been waiting like almost a year. I want to share this today because I'm so happy. I was waiting almost a year to go back to my doctor to see her reaction. And so today was my annual checkup. And she just walked in. She looked at me. She was looking at the laptop and she's like, oh my God, what have you done? How did you do it? And she's like, where is the other half of you? I was like so happy. I'm like, you have no idea how long I've been waiting for a day to see your reaction. So I asked her, she's been my doctor for 16 years now, like since 2009-10, and I asked her if she could check my weight and the chart and share what's the lowest I've been and when. So she said that I was the weight I'm today, I was back in 2011.
Oh, congratulations, Valina. 15 years.
Yes, so
Well,
very happy.
You should be very happy. You should be very proud of yourself. So thank you so much to those ladies who shared their testimony today. I do know it's sometimes daunting to share your story, but trust me, those stories really help other people. What I would say to you this evening, if you are on here looking at this as, should I do this, should I not? What you've heard tonight is just 3 testimonies of people, but there are hundreds, if not thousands of those around the world getting those kind of results. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, maybe this won't work for me. Well, it will. You might have some questions. I would encourage you to go back to the person who invited you here, ask them to introduce you to their coach, and trust me, their coach will be able to help you just like they've helped them, and that coach will help you get started, and they'll help answer all of those questions for you. So thank you everyone for being here this evening. Have a wonderful night. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Katrina.
Thank you.